How's it going? How is it going, guys? Do a reaction video today. A lot of people ask me to check out the Resident Evil 8 showcase. And I was like, well, I was watching that, and I was going to make a reaction video. And then they said during the showcase, hey, there's a PS5 demo dropping today, you know? So I went and did that instead, but it was a whole different experience. So I'm going to react to the showcase, kind of talk about it. One of my most hyped games of the year is Resident Evil 8. Even though they call it Village, you know, they're really pushing that Roman numeral at you. You know what I mean? They really want to call it 8, but they want to just try to be new with it. So I feel like if you throw the number 8 out there, people are like, man, I missed 1 through 7, even though there's been a lot more than that. So anyways, you guys are amazing. If you're excited for Resident Evil 8, just destroy that like button. I'm going to kind of watch this and kind of react to different parts of it. A lot of people asking my opinion on this game, and I'm going to tell you, my two most anticipated games of 2021 right now are God of War 2, or Ragnarok, I think is what they're calling it, and then Resident Evil Village, or 8. So, I don't know what else is coming out this year. We're in a weird state where there's the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, and both can play these games smoothly, and all these fantastic 4K, 120 frames, all stuff. And it's like there's no games to play right now. So everybody's just kind of going back playing older stuff with better load times. Kind of a strange period, but it's 2021. Here we go, man. I love you guys. Let's get it.
Hey now, think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
Castle Bell heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
No. The place is full of nothing but blood and death.
Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
Who the fuck are you?
Let's see what you're really made of, Ethan Winters.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys my thoughts already. I'll tell you right now, so I read the storyline, like the actual like summary of this game to kind of see what it was actually about. Not like spoiler-wise. By the way, everything you hear in this video is just speculation. I don't really know anything about the game other than what I've seen in this video and what stuff I've read online. The entire thing starts off with Ethan and Mia talking, which are the two characters from 7. Maybe they're making 7 and 8 kind of a mixture. Like, it takes place after 7, like, years later on. They have a baby named Rosemary Winters, which was that Chris that took the baby? Like at the very end of that little, like it showed him showing up and somebody was handing him the baby. Not if it's the same baby or not, but then just before that, we have Alcina, I think is her name. I'm going to call her the tall vampire lady. I'm guessing they're vampires because when I played that demo, they were really afraid of light, all right? So I guess she's like the Mr. X or nemesis of this game. Maybe she chases you around. I don't know. But either way, she seems to be like the focal point of what we've seen so far. So I think maybe because she talks about like a ritual type thing that needs to take place. I don't know if somebody gets like sacrificed or what. But the village seems like a place that just, I guess you wind up there going after what Chris did, maybe? That's just what I've kind of pieced together so far. But I could be wrong. Don't hold me to it. Anyways, we'll keep watching. And there's going to be like commentary from one of the, I don't know if it's a creator or developer of the game of some sort. But I'm going to kind of let them speak and then I'll kind of react at different moments. Oh, by the way, before we go any further, I did get the name wrong. It's Alcina is her name. It says it's Italian, but I don't quite know if that's 100% true. All right, here we go.
That was amazing, but I still have so many questions.
Yeah, we're just going to skip this part. Carry on.
Now we're here to give you an exclusive first look at Resident Evil Village gameplay. Just like in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, you'll be taking control of Ethan Winters. You'll make your way from the village to the castle. Players will need to get in and search for their kidnapped daughter. As you've noticed by now, Resident Evil Village keeps the first-person perspective. We think it really draws players into the detailed world we've created. You'll see a lot of those little details come to life here. The team put a ton of effort into creating a truly authentic feel. From art design to technology, everything ties in great and creates some beautiful visuals. Now it's time to meet some of the castle denizens. As you'd expect, a warm welcome's not really what's in store for Ethan.
Man blood.
Now, let's take a look at him. Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
All right, so a lot to take in just from this little clip right here. So the guy does say that you're going to find your baby, basically. We don't know what happens to Mia during all this. She's maybe... So they're saying Chris... we see a thing where Chris, I'm pretty sure, is the one taking the baby. And like the early footage we saw in the beginning of the video... And I'm guessing he goes to the village, and you're going after Chris, who has your baby. And she just said, so that's like the daughters. Here's two things that we know. All the sisters you see right here have a mother named Miranda. We don't know who that is. She might be somebody that's like the final boss of the game. I have no idea. But she said, did you escape my little brother's games? And her little brother name is, I guess, Heisenberg is what? It's the guy in the hat we saw early on. So I don't know if he's going to be like somebody that kind of toys with you every now and then throughout the game. But I'm really excited to kind of see what else is happening. All right, let's keep it going.
Shifting gears a bit, we're finally going to show off some combat. It's not just about shooting. Guarding will also be an important part of the game. Each type of enemy has their own distinct way of fighting, so you'll need to change up your strategy to defeat them. Everyone knows what to do with red barrels, right? Some of you will remember a similar management system in Resident Evil 4. This time around, we've added crafting, which allows you to create items such as first aid and ammo. There's also an assortment of weapons to find and utilize throughout the game.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
How do you know my name?
Anyone who is anyone has heard of the likes of you.
The merchant makes a return. This time he's known as the Duke. You'll be going to him to buy and sell weapons, amongst other things. The director wanted to give him a unique look, and you'll often find him in different situations each time you encounter him. He's an interesting fella.
Thought it was really cool they brought back the merchant. So they talked about the inventory system being from 4, and that's the first time I think we had a merchant in any Resident Evil game. I'm pretty sure. This guy's name's the Duke, though, so that's actually kind of a nice little touch on it. So I'm getting like a lot of Resident Evil 4 vibes from this game, too, because early on it says you go from the village to the castle in the very beginning of 4. You're kind of in some village area. Well, not really a village area. I guess it kind of is. And then you're making your way. You eventually go to like a castle-type area, too. So, I don't know. A lot of similarities. Anyways, let's keep it going.
Smash away with your trusty knife. There's plenty of items to find in your travels. Wait, do you hear that? And we've also got extra objectives outside of the main ones. Of course, it goes without saying that there'll be plenty of puzzles to solve for players to move forward. Oh, and plenty of surprises to keep you on your toes.
I haven't cut open a man in a while. Let me string you up, slice your jugular, and just watch.
Well, that's one way to end the video.
All right, that was it. So obviously there's other stuff. This thing was like 30 or 45 minutes long total. But they mostly talk about like the pre-orders and then some kind of multiplayer game. Looks like I'm not even kidding. Looks like a battle royale Resident Evil game. I don't know how that's gonna work, but anyways, you guys are amazing. If you're excited for Resident Evil 8, just show that love, man. I don't know if I get a chance to play it early. It comes out in May. I mean, I got Resident Evil 3 early, 2 early, 7. I do not remember. I cannot remember. So, anyways, you guys are awesome. I think this game has really, really high potential to be one of the best Resident Evil games we've ever gotten. What I like, though, I'll go into like final thoughts. It's the first original story we've gotten since 7 because, yeah, we've gotten 2 and 3 Nemesis since then, but they're just remakes of older games. You know what I mean? So, I mean, while they were kind of fresh takes, they weren't quite. They left some stuff out, like the clock tower area in 3 wasn't there, and the other area wasn't there. It's just, it's like they reimagined it, which was great. Those games are awesome. I love them. I still play them all the time. 7, I want to go back and play again. And here's my guess. I have a feeling they're going to not remaster 7, but maybe do some kind of bundle type thing. Because they did talk about 7, which people, if you want to play 8, it makes sense to have 7 being like either remastered or a definitive edition of some sort. You know what I mean? So I have a feeling we'll see something like that soon. They probably will drop them at the same time, though. So maybe it'll be one of those things where I play 8. And then if it does well, I'll probably go back and mess around with 7. Because it's been a long time. A very long time. So, all right, guys. Love you all. Have a good one. Peace.